functionality is that the verifying paymaster, there is a third party who has deployed that paymaster and have added funds to that contract, and the third party signs a user operations, and then that is verified on chain, and the balance, the gas amount is deducted from the funds which is deposited by the third party, right? So what happens in this case is that the users are the one who are paying the gas fee, like joining those pools. So like if you have
Yeah, you can see the video, right? I'm sharing screen, so it's like,
is for zero, user will be depositing this amount on the pool, what will happen is that ZK identity commitment, like you create an identity on the client to drive a commitment from that, and that you will for that matter, you have deposited the fund in this pool, and you are saying that I want to use this paymaster where I have deposited this fund, is the identity who has deposited the fund. So the paymaster will verify that proof. It will not link to any of the identity which have already deposited, and it will deduct whatever the gas fee for the user operation is. So it's basically like there are one protocol called semaphore protocol, which is anonymously verifying your membership of a group, and then there is a concept of paymaster. I have combined both of those to create this, which is like you are verifying membership of a gas pool, and you are paying the gas fee. So anyone can pay the gas fee anonymously by using this pool. You can deposit funds from your main account and use that gas from any account. So there will be no link between the account which has deposited and the account which has uh, used that fund. So by that way, you maintain the privacy of the user. If that's an overview, like how this works.
Mhm.
If you have any other questions, yeah, I'm definitely would answer any which is
Yeah.
there.
So this happens on chain. You're using
Yeah.
that library you mentioned. They have Solidity contracts, right, for the ZK stuff.
So yeah, so if you search the semaphore protocol,
Yep.
you will
Found them.
you will
I found the
yeah
doc.
yeah. So it's a privacy and scaling exploration team from Ethereum, which have developed that. They have a semaphore protocol. It's a general purpose protocol where you can join groups, and then later on prove that you are part of that group.
Yeah.
So combine that with paymaster. So
Mhm.
you
Does it keep track of a user's stake in the pool of what they paid for the gas?
yeah. So there are two, like in the example, like there are two type of pools, which is multi-use and one is use, single time use one, right? So in the multi-use, what happen is that if you have deposited, let's say, one ETH, right? And if you do a transaction, it will not cover up all the gas, right? You have some funds remaining in the pool. So in the multi pool, you can do multiple transactions. Like it's just like a gift card. You bought a gift card, you have $50 in it, and you purchase something of $20, but you have 30 left. You can again reuse that, right?
Mhm.
So until you exhaust the amount. So the multi-use one is like that. It will allow you to do multiple transactions. And the one-time use, it is like you bought a one-time coupon and then you just use it. Even if the amount which you exhausted is not completely the amount which you paid for, but that's just a single time use. So the maximum privacy is in single use because it is just use and throw. Like you use it once and then you will not be using it again. You will be using a new one. In the multi-use, each transactions which you do, that can be traced. Like that can be created a link between like if I bought a gift card, right, and I bought from a new identity, I tried to bought some restaurant I paid $20, right, and another restaurant I paid $10. So $20 and $10 spending can be linked. That these two spendings are being linked to that gift card, but who has bought that gift card? Because there are multiple people in the pool, right? So you can't link who among them are the owner of those that gift card, which is being used. So that is the difference in both of these.
No, it seems it's like a mixer for gas.
Yeah.
A sponsorship is what comes to mind, and I think like that's a great way to just explain it so that people's heads click. So this is So obviously, when I saw this, I was thinking like, oh, what an interesting way to possibly provide gas sponsorship in a privacy-preserving way to a privacy wallet that's built with stealth addresses, especially if you want to build a base system that generates EOAs, not just the fluid key solution for stealth safes, because I've been paying that mainnet gas lately and it hurts. So I'm thinking like, imagine if you can use 7702 and a combination with this type of like pooled gas paymaster. Actually, Valentine, do you mind going and opening my recent demo video I sent you, just so I can give Karen Deep some context as to what I built at DStealth? Yep. So I been working on an XMTP agent that's kind of built on top of Fluid Key's privacy solution. I'm coming at this from the point of like, I think that there's a chance to build one like privacy preserving mini app that kind of integrates with all of the various providers in the space and kind of centralize the regardless of what providers you use, the entry point for it from Farcaster, from Coinbase wallet, we could try to solve the distribution by mixing with the Farcaster social graph. So here's a demo of like a normal page with Dymo Pay button. It works perfectly. But yeah, like the DStealth is built on top of it by users setting their fluid key. And then what we do is we ZK fetch the stealth safe address, but we generate a proof. So you can retroactively prove who you've paid. And that's kind of what I think is part of the missing piece of like, what do we want? We want all of us to be getting our paychecks in crypto. We want all of that to be generated to ideally a stealth privacy wallet, right? Because like, you don't want your ex-girlfriend seeing how much money you're spending and what you're doing with it, right? Like, I don't know. I think that like privacy, this is just such like an obvious thing like that is going to need to be solved. And one of the best solutions we have doesn't take into this case about what happens if Bob claims Alice never got paid him or whatever. So trying to like solve in the ZK proof, building on top of Fluid Key, but thinking about how to bring this in my own in-house solution with EOA and stealth addresses, and also provide a good way of sponsoring the gas for those addresses as funds comes in, keeping track of the balances across chains, across tokens, and still being able to give the users a way to like move those funds to their Fluid Key or to wherever they want to use them. Is going to be a difficult UX problem to solve. And when I saw what you built, I got really excited. So there's definitely some synergies there to play with and discuss. And yeah, like this is awesome call. I see Igor joined in the background. He's a Farcaster builder. He's building Griv. And this is also my buddy Valentine, who's in the build guild with me, and he's building ETH Mobile, which is like basically it's scaffold ETH too, but it's built with React Native. And he's been going through like reworking the challenges. And yeah, I'm sure maybe Valentine, you want to talk a little bit about ETH Mobile. That'd be a good time. And then Igor, please introduce yourself too, dude.
Welcome to the chat, Igor.
Hey guys.
Igor.
What's up, guys? Really good to be here. Igor.
Yeah, he's got
Panda DeFi. What's up?
Yeah, all good.
What's up?
Oh, Karen Deep, bro, love your prepaid gas project, man. It's looking really good, man. Like it's inspiring.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited to be here and share what I've built.
yep.
Yeah, do it, man. Yours is cool. He's getting like real users, so he's at that stage. Like I think you found you're onto something, man. You're growing like crazy, and it's exciting to watch.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. So a little bit about me. I've previously co-founded a startup. It was funded, learned a bunch, failed a bunch, and then moved on from that and started to look for what I'm going to do next. And then I jumped into Farcaster about 3 months ago. Was able to build a following from 100 users to about 1,600 now. Wow. By just launching a ton of mini apps. Like every 2 weeks, I launched something new. Tappy was like a fun game that you guys might have seen. That got the attention of Ted and Dan, and I launched Dollar Chain and a few others that I was just doing as a way to experiment, learn. All of them were vibe coded, built in Cursor. And then I have a wife, I have a daughter, so like I needed to figure out how to evolve my experiments into something I could potentially make a career and get back on the horse of being a founder. My wife told me, it's like, hey, I support you, I love you, but stop building things that you think other people are going to want and try like just build for who you are and what you are true, do something that's true to yourself. And fitness has always been a part of my life since I could walk. I was, a mixed martial artist. I swam for my high school team. I played basketball. So like I did a lot of stuff that kept me anchored as an athlete throughout my life, gave me discipline. And that's where Griv was born. I went for a run, had this idea of like some accountability. I put up Griv as a mini app for like a simple check-in button. So you could just click check-in. And that's all you could do. People started playing around with it, using it. And then I added an upload photos feature. And what it did was it routed the photo to OpenAI's Vision 4.0 model, and it scanned it. And then it gave you like a category and some points for like the type of activity you were doing. So, if Karen Deep was cycling on his bike, or Valentine was playing soccer in the field, it was able to know exactly what you're doing and assign the correct category and give you some points. And I'll showcase it right now. But that element of like variability and feedback was really fun for the end users. So that's where it started to really take off. And there's
I'd really love to
close
see
to
this. If you could show it off.
Yeah.
I'd love to see, honestly.
Yeah. So
I dumped the link in the chat, but yeah, over the screen.
So let me share this window. Can you guys see my window?
Yep.
The Farcaster window?
Yep.
So I just popped open the mini app. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, cool.
So there's like a camera and stuff, right?
So this is it's through my laptop. Just because I have my desktop right now, but yeah, it's meant for mobile. So there's a bike here that's like in my office room because my wife won't let me put it anywhere else. But that's besides the point. So I just snapped a picture of the bike and I'll just check in. So the next person. Okay, so it's with a bike. Okay, so it's saying that like I'm with a bike, but I'm not like active with it. So like, it's not giving me any points. So let me try to hack the system. So gym selfies are a thing. So let me just wait. I got this.
Oh yeah, show those muscles, bro. Show it off.
Oh, come on. Give me some points, Griv.
Yo.
A bit heavy.
All right, some points. Let's see those points.
Come on, give me some. Calculating there we go. Bam.
Good job.
Kettlebell.
So it's funny. It definitely gave me points just for snapping a pic of my bike earlier today. So maybe
really,
it's me. Yeah.
It's being.
So it doesn't
it's being
really
unfair.
doesn't really matter if you like did anything with the object. It just kind of like assumes that you did something with it. Is that like in relation to working out? Is that how it works?
Yeah. So right now, it's all the users that are part of Griv have been whitelisted by me, so manually approved by me. And the reason that's so important is because I've built up a really good core community. I didn't let anybody in, and there's an understanding and a kind of an honor system that people are just they're on it, working out, doing fitness stuff, not there to just game the leaderboard.
Oh yeah.
In the future, once it gets opened up to everybody, and obviously if there's any kind of rewards involved, people are going to try to game the leaderboard. But by then, the next big thing that we're doing is we're going to allow people to upload videos, and the AI will scan the motion and all that stuff inside the video.
Yeah.
So it'll be
that would be like
it'll be much better.
That would be like a very perfect evolution from here, because this is already really cool. Because speaking like from my experience, I have tried working out like twice or 3 times now. Right? I always get to that point where it's like I hit the goal, but then I feel this lack of it doesn't feel rewarding enough, because like I feel like I'm doing it alone. But then it's like with this you can create like community around it, where like a bunch of people are getting points and showing off, and then it's like they can all come together in a way and like evolve through that process, which is cool. So it's actually nice.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the big kind of focuses here is that so this is the just leveraging the Farcaster social graph, sharing the Griv mini app embed. So it says kettlebell track, points earned, and it gives you some more data in the embed and then other people can check in. But the goal, the key insight really here is that while other apps have used fitness trackers like the Apple Watch or Whoop or Samsung Health or what have you, and plugged it into their apps, this is going in an entirely different direction, where it's using the camera as the primitive, as like the form of verification or proof of effort. And while it might not be apparent today, I believe the combination of the camera plus AI will be a far better companion than any fitness tracker in the future, just because it's going to be able to really get a lot of insights from video and all the frames inside the video. And it's not yet clear. It's clear for me just because I'm like planning out the roadmap and have a vision, but it'll become clear for the public, in 6 to 12 months.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man.
But yeah, man, if anybody wants access, feel free. I could give it to you. All you have to do is open the mini app and I'll approve you guys.
Yeah. Did you paste the link?
I threw the links in the in-call messages, also to the DStealth agent that I built. So that kind of like definitely, I mean, I've already talked to Igor about adding a XMTP agent for the Coinbase wallet. I think that like this new surface area for building mini apps, which it sounds like, Igor, you've speed ran like a bunch of vibe coded mini apps, which is great because you get the idea of the architecture where it's Next.js, you're adding an extra provider, wrapping the app, you're pulling in the Farcaster SDK or one of the Maynards or MiniKit, but you learn the tech and you see like you can pair, you basically are shipping like a support agent with your mini app, right? And I think that powerful combination in the future is going to really, like, I'm excited about it. I'm excited for the Coinbase wallet to drop. That's happening in 3 days for anyone on the call. Daniel, I see you just jumped in, and Matt, what's up? Thanks for hanging out and joining. It's
Welcome
cool
to
to
the
see you guys.
chat,
Please
Matt Pereira,
enter the chat.
Daniel. Welcome
Enter
to the chat, bro.
Welcome, GM.
GM, thanks for the invite. It's good to be back in these small circles. I miss the old days of what did we call them? The
Fridays.
Project Fridays.
Yo, who's gonna? Should I do it? What's that? Austin.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of like.
That's good. Actually, I'm gonna clip that.
Yeah, like he's got a lot of energy. The way he like puts it in and like the bow tie.
Yeah, Matt, you missed my video, but Valentine still has to show us ETH Mobile, and you might vibe with it because Matt's he's a Scaffold 2 wizard.
Oh yeah, everybody's familiar with oh shit. Hold up. Gonna need that VPN. I need to be in another country right now. Netherlands, hopefully, or Romania. Okay. So everybody's familiar with speedrun Ethereum, right? Everybody on here, you all know this. All right. So this is on the web, which is cool. So then what I did was I made all of this web dApps into mobile apps. All right. So, and I did it really easy with ETH Mobile. So ETH Mobile is this really cool toolkit that basically converts it lets you build out mobile dApps. But these mobile dApps have inbuilt wallets in them, as opposed to connecting to an external wallet, a MetaMask app, which is like really, if you know what I'm talking about, where you have to like click on connect, it opens the next app, and then you go back to the other app. It's inconvenient as hell, as opposed to having a wallet built into the app. So the first challenge is the simple NFT challenge, right? So, all right, let me demo that real quick. Let's go to the branch, and first thing we'll do is to run a chain. So let's run the chain, the local chain, and this chain is hosted on the local IP address, which I'm connected to my Wi-Fi right now. So that is because you can access. So you can access localhost 3000 from an iOS or Android app, right? And then next I'll deploy the contracts to the local chain, and then I will let that work. Oh damn it! Okay, sorry about that. I need to install. All right. Let's deploy. Come on. Thank you. All right, so now start the app server, and then iOS takes a lot of time to run, but it's smooth. But let's do it on Android. Let's just do it on Android. Android is faster. iOS is super slow. Probably should have prepped this already, but the simple NFT that you're all very, very familiar with, every speedrun Ethereum challenge, most of them, they've all been converted to mobile apps. What's that? Okay, yeah, Tanto. Cool. All right, so
Yeah, I'll just in the chat.
The beauty of ETH Mobile, while that's running, the beauty of ETH Mobile is that it's use a lot of familiar hooks and components, things that you already see in Scaffold ETH, like the address input components, use Scaffold read contract hook, use Scaffold write contract hook, even some WAGMI hooks as well, like the user accounts. You get access to all these components really easy with ETH Mobile because of the way it's built. So if I put in the password, cool. So this is basically it, right? This is like without nothing being minted. And there's like a faucet button, much like in Scaffold ETH, that's for the hard hats blockchain, where you can just click on it and it will just feed you one ETH. And then if I hit mint, so you see it prompts me to sign a transaction. So I already went through the whole process of creating a wallet, which is what you usually do before this, but you see your wallet is managed within the app, and it prompts you to sign the transaction, shows you how much it will cost you in gas, approximately, and then boom, you have your first NFT minted, right? And then you click on the next to mint another NFT. You know, if you're familiar with these challenges, this is, you know, this is basically that, right? This is the first challenge. And if we take a look at the code for this, we see that we'll see a lot of very, very familiar patterns with the code base. So if I go to the home page, you see a lot of use scaffold write contract hooks. You see the use scaffold read. You see the use accounts. Right. So like these familiar hooks, you know, the hooks that you're already familiar with scaffold ETH, they stay with you with ETH Mobile. So it's like if you already have a scaffold ETH app, what you can do to convert that to a mobile app with ETH Mobile, you don't need to do much. You literally to bring in your logic, which already works because this is React Native, right? And you know, your scaffold ETH apps are basically React. And then for your UI, you could I literally just prompted AI to do most of my UI logic. You know, I just copy the UI from scaffold ETH and just paste it in my cursor prompt and say, yo, replicate this here, and it just converts every div tag, review tag, just turns everything to a React Native app, and then you have something cool like this. See, so I can keep on minting, and yep, prompts, goes that, and boom, third NFT, right? And then you can transfer the NFT too, you know, right? So this is the wallet, right? And then in the wallet, you can manage multiple accounts. So let's say I want to transfer the NFT to this guy. I've copied his address. Let me go back, and so I want to transfer the Rhino to this guy. Let's hit send. Oh yeah, let's check this out. So you see this is the address input component, right? So it comes with ETH Mobile. So you hit send, see it's sent, and if I go on to the second account, and I go straight here, you see he owns the Rhino, right? So you know it works just like in Scaffold ETH, but now it's a mobile app, and this works for iOS as well. For iOS, you know, if I run iOS here, it will take a while to run. But then that's for the first challenge. Now, if I move on to let's say the next challenge, which is the decentralized staking dApp. Let's install some packages, and then, yep, straight up, real quick. Let me refresh, get rid of these. Okay. Yeah, here we go. See?
How many of the challenges did you make?
6.
Into mobile apps?
I made 6 challenges.
Damn.
You know, so it's like, check these out. I go to speed run ETH Mobile over here. You see this. So we've got the simple NFT challenge, which I just demoed, right? And then we've got the decentralized staking challenge, right? And then we've got the DICE challenge as well. We've got the token vendor, right? We've got that. We've got the DICE challenge. I'm here to work on this, so let's skip that. We've got the DEX challenge, right? And we've got the collateralized lend. This is a new challenge, by the way, right? We've got this. And then we've also got the SVG NFT challenge. This is a really cool one, by the way. So it's like, you've got let me switch on to. The beauty of the way nice. I do this, it's literally branches that you can easily access. So if let's say that I deploy the SVG contract, shut up, give it time. Yep, contract deployed.
I think if you combine this with all the builds you have accessible to on the BuidlGuidl app, right? You can kind of almost turn any Scaffold ETH 2 into a mobile app, which is really powerful.
Precisely. That's the beauty of it. You know, it's like you can, with ETH Mobile, like the process of converting it is just super easy with the way it's designed. because you just bring in a lot of things that you're familiar with in ETH, in Scarf with ETH, and then you pull it in, and then you can literally prompt AI to convert to do the rest of it, and it just works. You know, like
what's next on the roadmap for you that you want to do? Are you gonna decide to like do some community bounties for the dice game challenge like we had discussed, or what are you?
Yeah, that's the plan. So out of all these challenges that currently exist, there are 3 challenges, or let's say 2 primary challenges that I left out. And I did this on purpose because I want to kind of give developers a chance to brush up their skills with ETH Mobile, to kind of understand the benefits of it, and to, you know, also it was a way to give back to the community as well, you know. So for the prediction market challenge and the multi-sig challenge, I am going to put out a bounty for these 2 challenges, such that anybody who builds these challenges so well that it gets added, or it gets, you know, indexed by us as one of the builds from ETH Mobile speedrun challenges, then they get a reward for that. Right? Just a way to like yeah. So that's the plan. It's still in the works, but yeah, that's the ultimate next step for ETH Mobile at the moment.
That's sick. I love that. Daniel, are you from Sandworm? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm from Sandworm.
Yeah, it's like a data analytics build you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Do you have something to present for us? Because I don't want to run up too many people's time. We're definitely not going to run much longer. But this is awesome. Obviously, ETH Mobile, I want to build with it. I sent the link in the chat for people. I don't know if Matt is thinking about mobile apps and stuff. I don't.
Yep.
All right, later you are.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you later. Honor you are.
Okay. Should I just present?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you got, show us, man. I filled out a form because I remember you asked a cool Google form about data and Sandworm. But yeah, please present.
Okay, so GM.
What up?
Let me just go straight to things. So I think where we got the idea from Sandworm was I was contributing to this project, EQL. Anybody that knows what EQL is? EQL is basically Particular Query Language. And one thing I realized from looking at EQL is indexing data on chain is actually very easy if you know what you're doing. So like to a large extent, you don't need a lot of like the heavy tooling that we have in the ecosystem. That's my argument. I don't know about every other person's argument, but don't come for my head for saying that. But so EQL is like, okay. So then me and my friends started looking at this tool that we call Sandworm. Let me find it. So let me see. So Sandworm basically is we're just trying to go in analytics. We're building out tooling that will help us. So we're building out our own personal ElixirOX plugin. So you can like plug it in with ElixirOX, use ElixirOX, send the query, and get your results instead of having to like write raw query. One of the things that we were doing was we're building out this thing that we call WQL. So what WQL fundamentally is for those that know what GlueQL is. GlueQL is this SQL project that can use multiple type object-oriented databases and just merge everything together. Like you can have Redis somewhere, you can have a different project somewhere, you can have something with and just use adapters to them. So you can have a database that is Redis and still write SQL to it. You can have another database that is a document database. You can have like an object map database, an object database on AWS, and just use GlueQL to it. So we're like, okay, with that concept, we can have multiple databases and just use it. So with WQL now, we can just use that kind of things, like set up the distributed infrastructure for on-chain data, and that was like our argument, and that's like one of these things. But our core goal is looking at tooling that will just help on-chain data indexing and accessibility very easy because of anyway, that's it. That's it.
So, like,
I hope I didn't run anybody's time too much.
you're kind of from what I understand is like you're building some kind of database for on-chain indexing. Is that right?
Yeah. We're building like raw tooling for on-chain indexing. We're looking at everything that's available, and we're building tooling for on-chain indexing. Like even Elixir, we're looking in Elixir OS for our AI plugin. Tooling that will just make like on-chain data really fast. We even tried working on our own SDK, but like it's just stuff. All this stuff is thing that like the more good news we have, the more we share.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Where is it now? Is it live? Is it in like?
Yeah. It's live. Our product is live. Currently, what we have is our product is live. We had like 100 gig of data that we blew money through. So we're just hoping for funding to land, and then like put everything back up. So we just have like a bunch of queries that we wrote here that we were testing and they were actually working. Just basically like what Doom does.
Yeah.
And the AI stuff is like internal for us. Just seeing if we can do it, get to where Doom is currently, and we'll try to go ahead of Doom. That's our ideas.
Wow, going up against Dune, big fish. I like it. I'm down for it. Like recently, I had to build an indexer recently, and so I'm like rusty too. So I asked in the BuidlGuidl chat, and if people are still using Ponder, because I've heard good things about it. And then one person told me about something. It was like OX Squid or Squid Stream or Squid, I don't know. And it looked like a whole, it looked like a whole new thing.
Subsquid is amazing.
Subsquid, is it good? I've heard raving things about it. It looks fire. So I just bring it up because we're talking data and indexing. So you might be the guy who knows. Yeah, sounds like.
Subsquid is, I from everything I've seen, like if you're curating data for AI, Subsquid is just the best. Like Subsquid is so good. Like if more people understood Subsquid, you don't even need to. Like Subsquid is just perfect. And the only issue with Subsquid is that you need to like host a Squid node, just the same way you do with the graph. But you can also index the data into any database you want. So that's just it.
Okay, cool. And asking back about Sandworm and kind of like, if I asked you, how are you building to differentiate yourself from Dune or the other players that we see in the data indexing market, both from like on-chain and then like the creative, call it like, I don't know, crypto finance calculations of the on-chain data, some kind of like Token Terminal does to try to get like fundamental measures on stuff. How would you say, like, who are you building for? Is it the developer? Is it the quant? Is it the high frequency trader? Like who's using Sandworm?
Okay, so right now we have 100 beta testers that are just random people using the stuff. But in our this is my argument, and this is why I tell my friend, it's with things that are coming on chain, like with normal traditional like stocks coming on chain, we need tooling that will let not just just the average person. Because I think the core argument here is on-chain data is accessible to everybody. So why do we try to limit everything for just the technical people? Why don't we try to dumb it down to the barest minimum and give it to anybody that really wants it? And that's my core goal. It's the only reason why a lot of the biggest weakness in traditional finance is you don't want to trade Forex because you don't know what the big banks are doing. That's my argument. But if you knew what the big banks were doing, you would be happy trading Forex.
Yeah.
So it's I think we can do that, and we can really dumb it down with LLMs and code. That's just my argument for it. Those are the people who want to build for.
Okay, but so your average, so it's dumb it down, but the user still needs to think they have an edge by analyzing the data, right? You still are, right? They need to think okay, I'm gonna look at, I'm looking at this data set and I've organized the moving averages in this way. Like I have a trading background, so I kind of have like, you know what I mean? I think I have an edge, but really it's just my belief, and I still have to be like motivated to go look and know where to look. Are you trying to build like an AI chat interface that'll help you?
Yeah, like that. We're moving towards that direction. Like, just make it, because like every other direction is. I think that because we run like our like one-on-one, like we've been talking to people, and that is what people want. They don't want any other thing. They don't want another Doom. They don't want another Squid. That is what they want. So that's what we're building for.
Okay. Cool. Well, I wish you the best of luck with funding. To be honest, you've built out a lot more than I thought you had originally when I just saw you guys like message and chat the form. I thought you might still be closer in the ideation stage. It looks like the platform is really built, and I'll definitely play with it and give you some direct feedback.
Yo,
thank you.
Paste the link in the chat, bro. Like, paste the link in the chat for the Sandworm XYZ. Right? Could you paste that in the chat?
Let me stop sharing. Thank you very much for the support.
Problem,
thank you guys.
Good luck with the build. You have any plans for how you acquire funding? Gitcoin, BG grants?
Right now, we're not raising. We're just focusing on grants, like just grants. We're not raising funds.
Got you.
Yeah, like just grants. And
are you? Is it supporting? I saw a lot of chain support, but are you trying to like purchase? What grant ecosystems are you mostly focused in?
First of all, it's just Base. Just Base and Ethereum. Like for regular EVM chains, like with tools like EQL, you can already get data like address balance, like balance on this address. You can get like basic data that you can get on like any explorer. So we can just use SQL and fetch that. That one is quite easy. But for any other thing, it's like, yeah, it's just like we only have like protocols on ETH and Base. Yeah, and we did SWI at one point because we were looking into SWI. Since Doom did not support SWI, we wanted to like push through SWI. Didn't go as a plan, but all good.
Cool. Well, awesome. Good luck with the grant hunting. I know we should definitely all three of us sign up for you to boost those numbers for the on-chain summer user metrics, because I think Base is retroactively rewarding apps that get usage over the next 6 weeks. So definitely run some queries and shit. But yeah, thanks so much for joining, guys. This was really great. This is a natural place to kind of end it out. We're coming up on 45 minutes. Everyone kind of got to show something except Matt, who really just showed up for the vibes, which is fucking awesome.
Yo, thanks for being here, Matt, bro. I'm glad to have you. Happy to have you here, bro.
Can you guys have any feedback on the prepaid gas?
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to actually follow up with you after you drop the code base tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I'm going to definitely get into the weeds, and you can expect me to try to ideate and figure out how to possibly take what you've built and help make it work for DStealth and my in-house wallet management for the EOAs, and see if we can come up with something clever. I'm open to a collab, or even just helping me brainstorm how to implement it, or pointing me in the right direction for that. There's also a new Stealth address SDK coming from 0x Kirby team, which I might get access to. So I'll put that on your radar when I get it, and maybe that might be a fun thing to put our heads on. Because I think for you, it's cool you built the general system. Now, my feedback is cool use cases, and obviously privacy is right up there with use cases. There's other ones gas. I don't know, maybe trying to say hey, just DAO sponsor all your gas users and abstract gas completely away into just an annual membership fee of your dues for a DAO. Maybe there's different models this can probably evolve, but that's where my head goes, is help figure out how to solve my problem with what you built. But that's selfish, but honest.
Yeah, so initially the reason I was trying to build something which is privacy preserving was like the idea of stealth address is great. Like you can have multiple addresses derived from your own wallet, and the sender can send the funds on those addresses and you can access those. But the one of the issues with that is that the scanning part, right? You have to scan your complete announcements to find which address belongs to you. The fluid key solved this by centralizing that, because that's how fluid key knows that which addresses are derived for you, right? So, but fluid key is still, I think there is some kind of a centralized entity which is knowing which stealth address belongs to which address.
The viewing.
If I'm like I'm not sure whether like I'm correct or not, but that's my understanding of when they have a ENS resolver, right? We are using there, so that's why they have the mapping, and they instead of scanning completely all the announcements in the stealth registry, they need to just know which one belongs to you. So I was thinking, so the reason I started with this was the problem with simpler approach of that is that we are sending an announcement, and then as a receiver you have to scan all the addresses, right, to find which one belongs to you, all the announcements which belongs to you. So I built this one so that the sender can directly give me a notification through by using this privacy preserving paymaster from a completely new address. Like you create a new address and then send a notification to me saying that this is the derived key which I've used for sending the stealth address, right? And instead of me as a receiver scanning all the announcements, I will just scan what are the messages I've got, and I will use the derived key to derive my stealth address. Like that was the main like idea behind me. Instead of scanning all the announcements and finding out which belongs to me, I will just add a new step where the sender is sending the funds to a stealth address, as well as sending me a message, like some message to directly to my public key with right and they can do this without even worrying about funding that newly created address, uh, have some gas on that. They can just use the privacy this prepaid gas paymaster, and they can just send a message directly to me. And instead of as a receiver scanning all the announcements, I will just scan what are the direct messages I've got and find the derived key which is used for deriving the stealth address, like shared key which is used for deriving the stealth address. That was my like initial idea of trying to like streamline more the stealth address the process, because the only bottleneck of that process is the scanning of all the transactions. And
Have you tried 0x Kirby?
No, I haven't heard of that.
They found a new way to do the math and the scanning behind the elliptic curve cryptography. Let me throw a link in. Basically, sign up for OX Kirby. It's built with EOAs and stealth addresses instead of stealth safes, and be amazed how fast it scans the mainnet registry and finds all of your stealth addresses for whatever address you connect and sign, and just be kind of like blown away. And so I agree with you. The scanning sucks and takes a long time, but I think that's really like based off of DeFi Summer, Umbra Protocol V1, and that shitty UX we used to deal with.
Yeah,
I think Curvy is moving in the right direction. I also mentioned to you, they're the ones who are going to be giving me to kind of beta dog food their new SDK for trying to build the in-house solution for DStealth. So I thought maybe putting your eyeballs on it too and involving you in that loop might be fun. There's a ETH Global Hackathon for Unite DeFi coming up at the end of this month with $500,000 in prizes. So I was like, yo, like give me the SDK and I'll build something and let's get paid to build something, right? That's my thinking. If you're down to vibe with me on that, we can chat about it. But yeah, sign up for 0x Curvy and tell me what you think about. And there's even a paper in the Stealth address chat that I pinged you in today. Just scroll up a little bit and you'll see me responding to them and giving them some feedback. And then there's the paper where the cryptography that enables the faster scanning. It's linked in an ArchiveX post in that chat. So
yeah. Do share me any links that you have. Like I will go to
0x Curvy or Curvy. Kirby Box is the website. And yeah, they just won. They also provide stealth address solution for Starknet. There's some gigabrains over there in the Starknet.
Okay.
So yeah, and they're really cool people too. I'm trying to like align everybody in the stealth and privacy a little bit, if it makes sense, because all I'm trying to do is ship the front end mini app that connects to all of these solutions and integrates with them and lets the user from all of them come in, set the username, set the, you know what I mean? Like however I can, even for like the mixer, like I haven't talked to the buddy yet at Veil.cash, but I was like, hey, like even if I just can figure out, have you interacted with these mixers, right? If you deposited in Veil.cash and we can just try to centralize like rewards and the referrals too. That's my second thing. Is like there should be one referral code for privacy on the EVM, and all the privacy related stealth wallet addresses should build using the same referral code standard and map wallets and centralize the one aspect of growth and distribution is just referral for privacy. And I'm going to pitch that to the Web3 privacy now, boys. But anyways, again, guys, sorry to talk so much my book on this call, but yeah, Karen Deep, so happy to have met you. So glad we decided to impromptu get this going. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, we're going to stay in touch on all these topics async. And if anyone ever has a question they want to just like get my thoughts about, please shoot me a DM anytime. It's always open.
Yeah, same guys.
Awesome.
Thanks
for joining, guys. This was fun. Let's do it again sometime.
This was cool, man. Good to feel like your days once again, you know? Like
I know, right? The group vibes.
Yeah,
what do you think, Matt? Any closing words for us, Matt?
It was good. Good to see you. Keep working on that fist twirl, Valentine. It's looking good.
Hell yeah, dude. Loving it. All right, later, boys. I'm off. Take care. Thanks so much.